Is it possible for you to describe maybe what you do and what trusts are or monopolies are and how they come about in America?
Yeah, happy to. So I serve as chair of the Federal Trade Commission. This is a federal agency that was created 110 years ago. And the agency was created basically against the backdrop of the robber barons, right? The industrial trusts like the meat trust, the steel trust, the oil trust. And basically what had happened was we'd had the Industrial Revolution, all of these great technological advances, but simultaneously a lot of concentration of power in the hands of a relatively few number of individuals and firms. At that time, the way that these monopolies were organized as businesses were kind of trusts, hence antitrust, hence trust busting. But the basic idea was one that goes back all the way to the founding, which was if what we care about is Americans being free and having real liberty and not having to worry about the arbitrary exercise of power, you need to have safeguards against the state. And our Constitution does that in terms of checks and balances. But you also need to have safeguards against tyrants of trade, as they were called. The way people experience freedom in their day-to-day lives is less through interacting on an ongoing daily basis with their government representative, but is through all of these commercial interactions and transactions and economic relationships. So if you allow bullying and coercion to be okay in our economic realm, that's really going to undermine people's experience of freedom and liberty. And so the principles of antitrust and anti-monopoly are actually foundational to our country as a democracy. Under this administration, we've really been trying to reinvigorate how the agency enforces the law, uses its tools, and really turn the page on a approach since the Reagan years that had assumed that kind of big is always better and that somehow monopolies are going to deliver lower prices and be better for us. And I think we're just living with reams of reality that contradict that. And so we need to update how we enforce the law too.